Well, good morning there, beautiful world. I'm out here on my whirlwind trip. I've got a interesting road trip ahead of me. I'm going to be headed to Georgia right now. I'm in my truck, headed to Atlanta, Georgia. Going to meet up with some friends. We got tickets to go see the Black Crowes tomorrow night. Play in it's in Atlanta area. It's an amphitheater. I don't know the name of it. Something Lakewood, Celis, Lakewood, something like that. Anyway, my buddy Greg got us tickets a while back from a band member of his, and the band member was going in the military and sold him the tickets, and they were just lawn seats. And along the way, we were waiting, and there was a postponement, and then there was the COVID outbreak, and then that got postponed again. And anyway, they're following through with it now. So the concert's on. Greg looked into it and goes, "Hey, I just realized we can get better seats." So he sold those tickets and bought us better seats. He rented us a house VRBO. The sun is right in my eyeballs, man. Holy cow. Got us a house through VRBO, and so we're headed there. It's supposed to be me, Greg, Cade, which is his drummer in the band, and Josh Treadaway, who's coming from Myrtle Beach. We've altered our plans a few times because of me, basically. Cade had to alter his plans. He had a death in the family. He had family that lives in New Orleans, and they just had Hurricane Ida come through. Now, I don't know if the death in the family had to do with Hurricane Ida, but that's awful tragic. I need to sit you guys down a little bit because it's a little heavier than it looks. How can I do this? I gotta figure out how to do this while I'm driving. I want to talk to you guys, but I want to hold the camera, but I can't hold the camera. You know what I mean? Can I sit you guys up here? Would y'all behave if I sat you up on the dash like this here? Oh, look, that works. Hey, how about that? I could be like one lonely farmer, drive down the road and have my glasses on, and y'all could think I'm cool because I'm looking at you like this. You can tell that I'm looking at the road once in a while. But anyway, so I don't know if Cade's death in the family had to do with Hurricane Ida or whatever. I mean, always anybody who passes away, it's tragic and it's sad, and I'm real sorry about that. And I hope that Cade's okay and his family's okay, even with the death in the family. So he's going to fly into Atlanta tonight, and we were going to go pick him up, or Greg was going to go pick him up. But looking at the traffic in Atlanta, I think we're only about 20 or so miles from the airport, but with Atlanta traffic, it would take about 2 hours or so to get there, and then another 2 hours to get back. So he's just going to do like an Uber or a Lyft or something like that to get back to the place. I think he called it ride share. I don't know what ride share is. Kind of sounds like one of those where you'd like park and everybody get in the same car and ride together. There used to be a name for that. I don't remember the name of it. I'm 47 years old. I'm forgetting stuff now. I'm getting to that age where I'm forgetting stuff. Anyway, so my plans got changed because I was going to have Treadaway come from Myrtle Beach to Florence. I was going to pick him up, or he's going to ride with me, or I was going to ride with him, one of the two. And we were going to go to Atlanta and have our little concert fun and then come back. And along the way, we have a wedding that is coming up next weekend. The wedding is in Maine. The wedding is for my dad's wife, Trish. Her oldest grandson, Brandon, is getting married to Michelle. And Brandon and Michelle's wedding is going to be an event, and I'm looking forward to going. I'm excited about going. My wife can't go. She's got work. She just started a new job this year and don't have many vacation days. But I'm going to drive from Atlanta to my dad's place in Maine, in Georgia. Now, my dad is moving from Maine to Georgia permanently and has already made one trip and just had a second trip get delayed because he was on the way down and he got stuck in a flood, and there's all kind of crazy video that went along with it. He recorded himself in the middle of a flood. Hurricane Ida made its way up that way, and he was on his way from Maine to Wesley Pandy, One Lonely Farmer on YouTube. He was on his way to his house when he got stuck in a flood, and it almost took him out. He was videoing it, singing Amazing Grace, and kind of panicking a little bit. I could hear it in his voice and see it in his eyes, and it was getting kind of spooky. At one point, the water got so high he had to stand on his seat because water was in his seat. Pretty sketchy, pretty scary. But Wesley Pandy is an awesome dude, and he happened to be somewhat nearby with a big old tractor, and Dad recorded the whole thing. Check it out on YouTube. It's under RPEEK, R Peak for Richard Peak. You can see the video. It was just posted a couple days ago, where Mr. Pandy pulled up in his giant tractor, and the water is almost covering the front wheel when he comes in at an angle there. It's pretty hectic, pretty scary. But yeah, Wesley picked him up and took him to the house, and there was an effort the next day once the water receded to try to get the truck running. Apparently they worked on it all day. The truck could not be revived. They replaced a lot of parts on it trying to get it going, and Wesley really threw himself into it trying to make it happen, and it just didn't happen. So they tried to make an effort to get a rental car for Dad so he could go back home and sort of regroup, and the rental car place wouldn't let him rent a car because they said they couldn't print out an invoice. And that's interesting with technology and all. So they're about 8 hours or so from where Dad lives, and so Wesley looks at him and says, "All right, well, I'll take you home." And just like that, they packed a bag real quick and hopped on the road, and he took them home. And they got to Maine last night at about 11 o'clock. I just watched One Lonely Farmer's video on YouTube. That's his handle, One Lonely Farmer, all one word. Just watched his video this morning where they made it there at 11 o'clock last night, and he was able to sleep in that comfy bed that I sleep in all the time when I go up to visit. And he got on the road to head back home today because he's got a wedding to go to. So, quick turnaround. I'm awful thankful that he was able to do that, and also, obviously very thankful that he was able to save Dad from the flood, because that was pretty frightening looking. But yeah, so the plan originally was Dad was going to drive down to visit Wesley and then drive down to Georgia the next day, and then I was going to leave Atlanta and pick up Dad, and we were going to make a drive back to Wesley and visit him again on the way back to Maine. From Dad's house in Georgia to where One Lonely Farmer lives is about 12 hours. That's about as much as I want to drive in a day. I mean, I've driven 19, 20 hours straight, and that's no fun. But 12 hours is doable. I mean, it's still rough, but you can do it. You know what I mean? Keeping your sanity is the hard part, but ain't none of us really that sane if you want to get down to the heart of it. So anyway, now that Dad's back in Maine, the plan is I'm going to go from Atlanta to his house in Georgia and pick up a trailer and transport that trailer towards him. I'm probably going to stop on the way and visit with One Lonely Farmer, and you may see some YouTube craziness between the two of us along the way when we do that. But then from there, I'm going to keep on going and head up to Maine, get Dad the trailer, hang out with Todd and Lisa, which is Todd's Trish's son, and we're going to have us a good time hanging out, and we'll see what we get into. We got a wedding, like I said, on the 11th. I'm going to start getting back on the road on the 12th and make a little turnaround and come on back. So I just wanted to shoot a little video this morning. I felt like talking. So y'all take care now. Say hi to your mom and them. Bye now. All right, so I made a stop in Augusta to tinkle a little bit, and I'm trying to do a YouTube live video. I don't know if that actually worked, but we'll see if it worked on the way. I figured I'd give Wesley Pandy a call, Mr. One Lonely Farmer on the YouTubes, and see how he's doing. He's driving from Maine back to his house right now. I figured, hey, we're both on the road, we might as well chat. So we'll see how it goes. If I need to edit this out, you'll see the clip kind of blurb, and it'll go bloop, bloop, bloop. And I'll tell him that I'm recording, that way he kind of knows. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. All right, ready? Call Wesley Pandy, mobile.
Calling Randy at Pedro's Tree.
Nope.
Cancelled.
Nope, that wasn't what I said at all. She sounds like she's drunk. Call one lonely farmer.
This entry could not be found in the phone book.
Boy, she sucks. Call Wesley Pandy, one lonely farmer.
This entry could not be found in the phone book.
Call Wesley Pandy.
Which phone for Sandy Hensley would you like to call?
None
Cancelled.
of those. Yeah, crack. What is it with the doggone voice activated stuff? Why can't we get it to work? I mean, I agree. Listen, this is a 2013 model, and I realize I have a little bit of an accent, just a little bit. Not a big one. But I've been talking to this thing for years. You'd think after all these years, she'd be like, okay, yeah, let's just call them up. We talk to them, sure, yeah. Technology, man. Technology's cool when it works. When it don't work like you want it to, it's like, it's frustrating, you know what I mean? I'm a multitasking dude right now. I got all kinds of things going on. I'm trying to make stuff happen. I'm trying to communicate with you and the world and him and him and everybody. Let me get my thing back up to speed here. Now, you're not supposed to touch your phone while you drive, so I'm going to do this quick like. Let's see if I can search him. Searching for somebody. Wesley Pandy. Look at there, that worked. See, how hard was that? That wasn't hard at all. See, now it's ringing. I just had to hit the phone part. Hit that something. Don't make it weird. I'm talking to you. No, I mean me. I'm looking at me in the camera.
Welcome to the message management system. Enter the number.
Okay. Well, that didn't work. Maybe he'll call me back. He's probably going, why is Josh calling me? But it's 9:25. I know he left Dad's at about 6 a.m. this morning, so he's probably in some traffic or dealing with possibly one of those toll booth people. You know, I've driven out of Maine a couple times, honestly, once. I've driven out of Maine once. I've driven from Connecticut once, Mashpee. And there are some toll roads that you gotta stop every so often and hand people some money. I'm guessing I can use my card now because this technology's the way it is and COVID the way it is. Hopefully I ain't got to touch nobody. I mean, I don't care, but I would just rather not have to do the whole, here's the paper money that you require for me to go on this road that, you know what I mean? Am I making any sense? I don't know. I'm going to stop talking now. We tried to call Wesley, and he's busy, and that's fine. That's all good. And, yeah, I'm just going to drive. Bye, y'all. Take care. Talk to you later.
Like, I'd be riding around in a rat rod.
Oh, no doubt. It to the restaurant, outside parking. This is sort of a, you got to pay to park kind of deal. I'm in this little tiny area. There is some parking nearby. I got to let everybody get here. Me going slower and stopping along the way worked out good. Tradeaway's not far away. Greg is parking right now, so he and I actually got here around the same time. So that worked out pretty good. Let's go have a bite to eat.